Well, welcome in, my friends. This is Alan at the Gigville, and today is Saturday, June 4th. Do please like and subscribe to the channel. We're getting started with the apps today: DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and I did put in my name to do Walmart Spark, so hopefully that'll get approved and we can start taking those orders. But we've had a few declines so far, but this one just popped up, and I'm going to talk about something in this video today and what I call my order formula. I'm sure everybody has their version of that, but this is for a Min Garden. It's what it's called, and it's $6.50 for 2.4 miles, so that does fit the criteria. So we're going to go ahead and pick this up. Just had seconds to spare on that. But I'm going to talk about my order formula and how I've decided that I wanted to work for me. So we're going to talk about that, and I'll put some graphics up on the screen as well, and show you what I think works best for what I'm doing. So we're going to go ahead and go pick this up, and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so we got that picked up. We're going to go drop it off, and I'm going to be changing some things here real soon as far as point of view perspective. So I'm going to say that as a surprise. I mentioned back in a couple other videos, but that'll be coming up probably tomorrow. So we'll get that going there and give a whole new perspective to things. So we're going to go drop this off, though, and keep going. All right, so we got that one dropped off. $6.50 is what it ended up being. Got it there right on time. So still pretty early. I mean, it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, so I'm a little ahead of the dinner rush. So last Saturday I got out really late, like almost 6 o'clock, I think. It was ridiculous. Maybe it was like 7 o'clock. I don't know. No, I don't know. Anyway, it was pretty late. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better today. So the goal for today is going to be, again, $100. I really need to be making more. I mean, really, I need to make more. But if I can get to 100 tonight, that'd be great. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's talk about my order formula here. And this may be a little controversial. What I decided is that I need to have a specific formula in order to know what orders I want to take. Now, everybody's going to have their own idea about what you should and what you shouldn't take. For me, I know that with my particular car, and this is going to vary by car specifically, or whatever you drive, that as the gas prices change, then my formula changes as far as what I'm able or what I should be taking from a gas standpoint. And it doesn't probably make much difference if you're moving from one pickup area to another. Like, I mean, if you're in a good market, I would say that Jacksonville's a decent market. This may not work in a very small market because, well, actually probably would work better in a small market because you're accounting for the gas to drive to the location and then back from the location. So in Jacksonville, maybe it doesn't matter as much because, like I said, you could go from one area to another and still be getting orders. So you don't have to worry about driving back. You just kind of keep on going. But for me, for my car, I have a Toyota Camry. Gas for me, my range in my car, at least according to the little computer, is like 333 miles per tank, which right now equates to 25 cents per mile. So I'll actually put the formula up on the screen so it'll make more sense. Now, the only thing this doesn't really take into account for is time, because if it's going to take 30 minutes to drive a mile, then it may not be worth it taking it, you know, if it's just going to take a ridiculous amount of time. But the way it works for me is I do 25 cents a mile. So you get your order, you look at the distance, you multiply the distance times 2, and then multiply that by whatever it is per mile and your gas in your car. So for me, it's 25 cents. So if it's a 5-mile order, then it's going to be 10 miles times 25 cents. So I do have my calculator here. So 25, this is easy math. For me, I got to use calculator. It's $2.50. Base pay for DoorDash is typically $2.50. So that's $5. So, and then I'm looking at the order itself. So depending on where it's coming from, you know, and that is going to make a difference also. So if you're going to get a tip, if you're going to, say, get an order from Taco Bell, it really doesn't really matter where it comes from, but you kind of get an idea. It's going to be about $20 or $30. If it's a nicer place like, you know, Carrabba's or Outback or something like that, it's probably going to be in the $50 or $60 range. So you got to kind of figure out what the amount would be based on the order. Now, the floating Dasher app will show you most of the time what the amount is or what's being ordered. So you could get an idea from that. But if you want to figure, you know, $20 for an order times 15%, that's $3. So that order for 5 miles is going to have to be $8 for you to take that order. So that's my order formula. Again, that doesn't take into account for time. So again, I will put the formula up on the screen. That's the order formula I'm using. I know that some people are like, you know, I'm not going to take anything that's less than $6 or whatever anyway, which is fine, makes sense. But that's just my formula, and you have to take into account for the high gas prices. If you're going to ask me to deliver food to you, you know, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to have to come back to where I was at. That's the way I see it, so that's the way I'm going to go about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'm going to go pick up a Taco Bell order and take it to somebody. It was showing, I didn't get the screenshot of it, it was showing $10.10 for 7 miles. It probably, now, that probably isn't based on my own formula, but I just wanted to get something going, so we're going to go ahead and get it. Alright, so just picked up a Pizza Hut order, 2 miles, 2.1 miles. For $6. So we're going to go take that and get it dropped off, and we're starting to get into the 5 o'clock hour, so I'm sure orders will start picking up pretty quick now, and we'll see what we get, you know, as we go through the night. Alright, so we got the pizza dropped off, and on the 3rd floor naturally, but that's okay. At least I got the right side. You know, apartment buildings a lot of times they have 2 separate sides, so I did get the right side. So, just waiting for the next order here, and see how that goes. It's just 5:30 now, so we're still waiting kind of for the dinner rush to kick into full effect, which on Saturday night, it's a little different on Saturday night. I've mentioned this before, but different vibe, different feel, different ordering, kind of just sporadic in a way, but there is going to be a little bit of a rush here, so we'll see how things go. But we'll be back. Alright, so it's 5:45, and we're at $32 right now, so we kind of started right around 4, and I just picked up another Sushi Garden order for $6.50 for 2 miles, so that fits into our order formula. I have to be really careful on these long distance orders, because I'll be the first one to take, you know, order that's like 10 miles, but it just kills your time. So I really have to stop taking these like long distance orders. It just doesn't make sense. This one's $6 for a mile. I could take this, but I already took the other one. So I get a little I get a little worried about multi-apping and taking two different apps at the same time, because these people can watch you and they can see, you know, what you're doing. The app also knows what you're doing, so it just worries me to do it. If you have any comments about that, you know, put them in the comments below. But I get a little concerned about doing multi-apping and taking two different apps without knowing. And I actually made a video about this. You don't want to end up taking one and going one direction and then taking another and going the other direction. So if you know darn sure that you can get them, they're right next door to each other and they're both going the same way, that's one thing. But it's hard to tell with Uber because you don't know where it's at exactly. So anyway, we're gonna go pick up this other one and get it dropped off, and I'll be back. All right, so we just picked up a you know, like a wing place here. So must be a lot of things going on here. I see a lot of Jeeps. Everybody's got a Jeep. Like, this is like the Jeep Club. Anyway, it's like 11:48. I'll put it up on the screen for like 3 miles. So definitely a good order. So we're going to go ahead and get this picked up. Alright, so I'm going to take a little closer look at this. I'll put it up on the screen to get a screenshot of this. This is 2 orders. It's 13.4 miles. It's showing up as $17. I couldn't really tell. Let me do my formula here and see what we get. So this is 6 items. Let me see if I can figure out how much it is. Well, at least one of them is $26. So let's just say it's $5.85, and then that one's $27 times 15%. Yeah, that probably makes sense for the most part. The only thing I'm concerned about is where's the other order. It says it's 2 orders. Oh, they're both going the same. They're both going to the same place. Okay, so this is a pretty good order. I'm gonna say that's a pretty good deal. 17 bucks, 13 miles. I got an hour to get it there. So let's go pick it up. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we got those dropped off. Man, I needed that whole hour to get that done. And drop-offs are in, like, it's like one of these apartment complexes that are, I mean, they had decent markings as far as building numbers and stuff, but I tell you, one app that is a must-have. If you're not using this app, you have to start using it. Just saved me huge amounts of time. Is the Beans app. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. I'm sure some of you have, but if you haven't, you need to start using it. It's a huge time saver. It looks up apartments and it will take you right to, in most cases, it'll take you right to the apartment. And you know, that can be a huge time saver. So, all right, so we're kind of back on the app here, or this may be the last one because it really is getting dark now. It's almost 8 o'clock. So we'll be back maybe with something else, maybe not. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a good night.